Okay, this is grade 12 math for Netley School. Our first recorded class. And we will begin with, you've all got a print package, brand new print package, starting a brand new unit. Review of mean, median, and mode is your first page. Let's just show you that so you know exactly where I am. Review of mean, median, and mode, lesson 1. Okay. The unit has 4 lessons, and there will be 2 hand-in assignments. One will be after this lesson today, actually. Learning activity 7.1. And then just very quickly flipping ahead here. Never mind, it won't. Es kommt erst nach lesson 2, the hand-in assignment, not lesson 1. Don't know what I was thinking, but whatever, it's good. It'll be lesson 1, and then later this week I'll be recording and uploading lesson 2. So let's focus on lesson 1 for now, and as I said, there will be 2 hand-in assignments. What you can expect for this course is 2 more units. This one on statistics, and then another one on precision measurement, and then we'll wrap up the course with another one of those brain power tests. You don't have a provincial exam this year, we're in luck. So, review of mean, median, and mode. What do those 3 things mean? Let's write that down. Let's begin with that. So, what is the mean? To calculate the mean, of a set of numbers, you add up the numbers and divide the sum by the number of numbers in the set. And let's do an example. We have a set number. We have 78, 72, 75, 67, and 78. And we'll add them all up. They add up to 370. There are 5 numbers. 370 divided by 5. My mean is 74. So the mean is the average. Mean is the average. 370 divided by 5 is 74. The median is the middle of a set of numbers. When the numbers are written in numerical order. Dus I order he, na vind this de mitten. So let's use the exact two set of numbers that we had before. 78, 72, 75, 67, and 78. Very easy. In this case, 67 is eerst, 72, 75, 78, and 78. Median is 75. Okay? Mode is easy. The easiest one. Mode is the number that occurs most frequently in a set of numbers. Mode is the number that occurs most frequently in a set of numbers. Und obviously, wenn ich das gleiche Set wieder nehme, is the mode 78. There's two 78s, other ones just have a single number. Okay. With that, we're going to flip all the way up to page 16 and do some brain power. So go over there. What is the median of the following list of numbers? Well, brain power, first of all. Page 16. Oops, there we go. Number 1. What's the median of the following list of numbers? Let's make sure they're in order. 4, 5, 7, 9, 10, 12. Now, in this case, we don't have a middle. The middle is somewhere between 7 and 9. Now, you could do this mentally. Which number is in between 7 and 9? That would be 8. Okay? Simple. But, honestly, it's not so obvious what the thing is. So, obviously, we know the median is 8. Another way we could have done this question is, dit van nummer nemen. 7 or 9. So, some adding. 16. And of course, 16 divided by 2 to get the middle would be 8. So long as we, let's say the number waren 70 and 75, well then it's a bit harder to figure out what the middle is. Just add them together, divide by 2. If you have an uneven number of numbers, then it becomes simple. Okay? The next question is asking us to evaluate 12 at 3 minus 5 plus 3 plus 53. Bad maths. There is no no dividing, no multiplying. So we're left with adding and subtracting. A for adding. So we do the adding first. Und man tut die erst das adden, wo sie erst kommt. 12 add 3 is 15. Then we have a minus sign. Then we add up everything that's on the other side of the minus sign. Right? 5 add 3 . Sorry, I got distracted here. Negative 5 add 3 is negative 2. Negative 2 add 53 is 51. So I check something here. Hang on. And we simply do 51 add 15 equals 66. There. Number 3 is asking, which two terms are the same? Let me very quickly copy these terms. 18 sixths, 18 thirds, 18 halves, and 8 thirds. Now, I'm going to do a 6, a 4. 18 sixths, 18 divided by 6 is 3. 18 divided by 3 is 6. 18 divided by 2 is 9. And 8 thirds, you can't do that evenly, so we'll do it as an improper fraction. You can take two whole numbers out, so that's 2 and 2 thirds. So, wofran sein gleich? Da und da. 18 thirds and the 6 are the same. The 4 has nothing that matches up, nor do any of the other ones. Number 4. Let's put this one up on the screen. Beth spends 60% of her monthly income on household expenses, including groceries. Of her remaining income, she puts 50% into savings. If Beth's monthly income is $3,400, how much money does she have left over after groceries and savings? Well, what does ours figure? She's got $3,400. She spent it 60% for those of groceries. So 3,400 times 0.60. $2,040 spendet sie auf groceries. So gehen wir schauen, was sie übrig hat. 3,400 minus 2,040. $1,360. For those tut sie 50% eine savings. Now we could do 1,360 times 0.50. We could do it that way, but 50% is half. So half of 1,000 is 500. Half of 360 is 180. So then, yes. Good morning. Just doing some recording here. Huh?
The computer in a cheek.
No. Hey, the copier. Again, the librarian is a little bit the copier. The feeder isn't working.
Nee.
De live heen dat de mannix moet gaan, en het is los de gaan. So, yeah. We have niks te zeggen voor de laptop now. Okay. So let's just take half of 360, right? Or 1,360 divided by 2. I prefer to do this mentally. 500 is half of 1,000. Half of 360 is 180. 500, so does these on the 180 does these 680. Goed, het nachgekend. Simply 1,360 times 0.50. So that would have worked. But divide by 2, 50% is half. No difference between those two things. What's 1/2 of 1/7? 1/2 is number 5 of 1/7. Well, how do you get 1/2 of something? Because either times 0.50 or you can divide by 2. I'd prefer to do divide by 2. 1/7 times 1/2. Or 1/7 divide by 2. So, we kan je het staan. 2 kann ich schreiben as a fraction. 2 over 1. So 1/7 divided by 2 over 1. Das ist my question. Jetzt zu tun. But when I'm dividing a fraction, muss ich multiply und die zweite Fraction flippen. 1/7 times 1/2. Because it's 2 over 1 that flipped. 1/14. There we go. 1/2 of 1/7 is 1/14. All right. Let's have a look at some mean, median, and mode exercises. Beginning on page 17. För att do it, kommer jag bara alles klar och sätta. Okay. Over here. Find the mean, median, and mode for each set of data. Round your answer to the nearest tenth where necessary. I'll leave you to do the rest. It's up to you really. If you feel you get this stuff, I'm not too worried. But I will give you some to do if you feel that you need the practice. So either the ersta då, right? And then we'll have number 2 då, and a few other ones. So you could do B, C, and D, for instance. So here we go. It's page 17, number 1, A. We are to find mean, median, and mode for the set. 9, 8, 10. I'm going to put them in order now. 8, 10, 10, 14, 16, 19, 23. All right. Let's do mean. 8, add 10, add 10, add 14, add 16, add 19, add 23. Comes out to exactly 100. Und there are 7 numbers. 100 divided by 7. 14.28, 14.3. That's the mean. Median is simple as it gets. 14 is our middle number. Nothing more to do. We have an odd number of numbers. Is simply 14. Mode, number that occurs most often, is sign 10s. Okay. So try the other 3, but we're going to move along. If after that, so which ones I would recommend that you do for some extra homework practice. It says mark good. Let's put this question under the screen. Mark good receives the following marks on 4 mathematics tests. 78, 75, 82, and 74. What is the lowest mark that Mark can receive on his 5th test in order for the mean of his test marks to be at least 80? So a real 80 average hole. So was is a mark was a do braucht 80 kriegen? I'd say he's going to have to get a pretty good one. because 3 of his marks are below 80 and 1 is just slightly above. So if he thinks he's going to get an 80, well, he better get some work done. So it's field tests. So the question is, it's a 15th test. So for 15 tests, what does your total number of marks have to be to get 80% on 5 tests? So that's what you have to find first. So a ville 80 average home. Und dat hier it's 4 tests, vet 5 geschrieben. Right? So if he gets 80 und dat 5 tests geschrieben, das wird sein average sein. 80 times 5. Seine testmarks müssen aufwerten zu 400. Okay? Jetzt reicht die Nummer nehmen und sagt zusammen für die anderen Tests. 78, 75, 82, 74. $309 is the total. So, was muss kriegen auf der letzten Test? A pretty good mark, I would say. First of all, 400 minus 309. 91 was a kriegen. Right? And we can check this very easily. We can it's de 4 dingen nemen, 91 ahead, 78 at 75 at 82 at 74 at 91 is 400 and 400 divided by 5 is 8. So yes, I have to prove it, 309 at 91 is of course 400 and 400 divided by 5 var na 80. So, when I 80 average wheel, he's been slacking off. He's been getting 70s. He's going to have to get a real sweet mark of the next test to make that up. All right. Let's have a look at number 3. You won't need your notebook for this one. We'll just do those right in here. Number 3. Which of the 3 measures of central tendency is most suitable to describe the following sets of data? Typical amount of rainfall in Brandon. In other words, mobility average. We'll say usually home. We're going to want the mean. The most common size of t-shirt at a fundraiser. Wofür t-shirt haben Sie die meist verkauft? In other words, which number occurs most often? We will want the mode. The usual number of pages in a particular magazine. In other words, wie viele pages haben die meisten magazines? Your average magazine. Wie viele pages haben... Wait, I gotta pause here for a bit. I'm getting... Jetzt wird man mic anlösen. That was a very exciting news. Die hele hat es erst einmal alle Party gebischt. Anyways, the usual number of pages in a particular magazine, du das the average. you would take the mean. We just need the mode, the one that occurs most often, because there isn't really any. It wasn't the point. Maclean's at 50, Reader's Digest at 52, what? You're going to see how many have 50? Now, det vi ska average. The average mark of a student in a course. Okay? Så vi det andra var då den där mean, right? Could do that easily enough. Och when du grusa group students host nice the median good. Like, if you got 50 students, the mark for that student was in the midnies is also a good way to find the average. When you can grusa group host, the mean are with all about good. But when the grusa group host, you could do median or mean. All right. Ava Ridge, get the joke? Average. Has a mean mark of 50% on her first 3 math tests. Yikes. She receives a mark of 70 on her 4th test. Since the mean of 50 and 70 is 60, Ava states that her new mean math mark is 60. Is her reasoning correct? Så kanske då stånd. Kanske så. Se att av dry tests är 50 cope. 50 average, not see a 70 cope. When do 50 and 70, some is divided by 2, kriegst du 60. Ist das recht oder nicht? Kan vi checka? Man ser average och cope of 50. Das man du kannst dir 3 tests nehmen und 50, add 50, add 50. Und der letzte test is 70. And we'll very quickly find out, won't we? So this is 150, add 70. This is 220. I think she's out of luck. 220 divided by 4 is 55. No, you're not gonna have a 50 of dry tests in your eye and suddenly, like magic, because to start 70 was 60. Nope. It doesn't work that way. You've got 3 50s and 1 70. And you've got to live with that as though actually number 4. You could try manipulating the numbers, but in the end they're going to tell the truth. Number 5. We're going to do one more example, and then I'm just going to leave you with a little bit of homework. Okay, then number 5 now. If a random, if a random sample of 50 people produces a mean income of $36,000, would a random sample of 100 people produce a mean income of $72,000? So, wenn du 50 Leute, sind der ganze Income nimmst, und divide es by the 50, alles zusammen werden divided by the 50 Leute, kriegst du 36,000. Wenn du 100 Leute das nimmst, dass du ein mean income kriegen of 72,000. I hope all 3 of you said no. There's no magic formula here. That's not suddenly, all of a sudden, just because there was mehr light, that's not all of a sudden 2 mal so viel more. It ain't gonna work that way. It would be nice if it did, but it won't. Okay? So you're still having just gleich viel light. Det sagt nicht, dass mehr Geld machen. And so the answer to this is simply that no. Because the sum of the incomes would not increase. The sum of the incomes would not increase. Sorry, would increase. The sum, du hast mehr Geld, of course, because du hast mehr Leid. The sum of the incomes would increase, but so would the number of people you divide it by. Sowieso okay, we have $100 with my 5 lights, everybody gets $20. Well, if I'm $200 with my 10 lights, everybody's still getting $20. Sorry, you haven't increased the money, you've increased the people. Okay? And you've got more people just förandrat. Of course, alltså it's okay as mer income. Then that would be a whole other story. So, homework. HW. Page 17, number 1. Try B, C, and D. And also try number 6, Ian and his lunch money. Okay? I hope he's got 2. Let's have a look at this question very briefly. He buys lunch twice at $10.95 each, so $10.95 times 2. $11.75 more than $11.75 times 5, and $12.25. So take these 3 and add them up, right? The number that you get for this times 5, for this times 2, this times 5, this times 1 to find your mean. In order to some median finden, wird det samma som hinschreiben, right? Das sind 2 1095s, now bis 5 1175s, now bis 1225. You put all those in order, find the median, and the mode is of course that. The mode is so obvious, right? 1175 because I had 5 for day gekauft. Okay, so try again. Number 1. B, C, and D, 1A, how am I get on? And then try number 6, the guy with his lunch. Okay, I believe that's everything for today. So we're going to shut this conference down. There will be another recording coming up later in the week.